Welcome, I'm Will, the Nerdy Nerf Herder, and we're picking back up here on Tatooine with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I went ahead and got the money so we can negotiate and pay for our new translator droid. Alright. Welcome back. Yes, I knew you would return. I still have that droid available. This HK-47 is a good deal. Let's see. Let me ask a few questions about HK-47. Of course, let me just say that every function I've tested has performed perfectly. Those that I could find, anyway. What functions have you tested? I haven't examined its programming, but I have made some observations. It has obvious protocol and translation skills, including Sand People's dialects, apparently. Surprisingly, it also handles weapons exceptionally well. I'd even say it's seen combat, but it won't tell. Stubborn thing. Still, it needs to sell itself better. 2 moisture farmers have been in, but just stood there. I'm interested. Let's talk price. You don't seem to know much about it. What does the HK-40 designation mean? Let's ask him that. Haven't got a clue. It doesn't match any protocol or utility standard. I assume it's a retired model. I'd tell you to ask the thing yourself, but it's pretty stubborn quality construction, though. Where did you get this HK-47? I acquired the droid from a friend that manages an off-world Circa warehouse. It was in trade. He said no one else would miss it. Might have been surplus. It doesn't look like it was Circa made, though. I'm interested. Let's talk price. I started too high last time. Let's go with 4,000 credits. 4,000 is fair. I'll pay you that. Persuade, come now. Think of the advertising you'll get from me. Let's go with the persuade. Success. I believe you actually would tell people of my business. Alright, but this is the last offer. 2,500 credits. That'll be it. I'll pay it. Now, obviously, if we selected here, drop the price or you'll be dead. I'll see you dead. We would get dark side points, and he would hand over the droid willingly. But we're not going for dark side. We're just going for just a little bit of a deal because we need our credits for that specialty shop outside of Yavin. You will. I mean, of course you will. Let me. Alrighty. Withdraw credits, deactivate the restraint bolt when you take possession. It's a pretty good purchase, especially if it actually speaks Sand People dialect like it says. Of course, I don't think it was telling me everything. Not many droids are programmed to lie, though. So the funny thing is, with KotOR 2, you actually end up programming a droid to lie. And it's a protocol droid. So I think that's fun that just a little bit of dialogue that could easily hint at what the possible decision to put the droid line into the game for KotOR 2. Now, admittedly, they were handled by different developers, so it was a whole development nightmare with this game and the sequel. And funnily enough, it's still a development nightmare for the remake, so I don't know. Alright, I'm looking for exotic, something called a star map, blah blah blah. What do we have in stock? Show me what you have. Alrighty, so we could buy spikes and parts. I went ahead and got close to 5,000 credits when I was grinding. Figuring that way we know what's going on. We can find some basic things. So he's got weapon focus. I think we do have that already. There's some other things that might be useful. So right now, what we will do is we will take HK-47.
I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
Kill something for me? Travel with me now.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Alrighty, he has joined the party. We're going to get rid of Bastila.
Yes.
Acknowledgement.
Alrighty, let's do some upgrades. So we're going to focus on putting points in repair. Where he's a droid, he doesn't quite get as much. Yeah. Use from our healing. So having his repair higher will help him heal himself. Alright. So he already comes with weapon-focused blaster rifles, so we're going to keep him on that. And we're going to go ahead and do that. We don't really need this because one-handed weapon is not a blaster rifle. So we've got repair maxed out. Now we're just going to put another point in awareness, and then we'll start alternating between awareness and demolitions. So we need to give armor. Go ahead and do that. So we could benefit from some utility purchases to get HK fully online here. So let's see what he's got.
Objection. Worn out? Listen, you talentless organic meatbag. One word from my master and I will pull you apart, limb from useless limb.
Ooh, you've gotten a little hostile there, droid, haven't you?
I have always been hostile. Now that I need no longer rely on you and your primitive maintenance skills, I do not need to hide it.
Yes, well, just keep away from me then. I'm just an honest businessman. Alright, what do you have in stock besides droids? Tell me what you have. Very tempting. Alrighty. So we've got stun ray and advanced stun ray. We'll go ahead and just get a stun ray. Yep, shield disruptor. That's what I thought. Okay. So that's a +3, and we're at 19. And let's give him a better blaster rifle. Zalbar's bowcaster counts as a better blaster rifle. Alrighty.
What?
From there, we are good. We will bring Basila back out into the party here soon. We are going to have to head out. So...
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office may need authorization in triplicate, but not me. Good hunting out there.
Now we're going to start heading towards the Sand People. Ooh. We can do party selection here. If I recall, if we add mission and... No, I think it's Basila. We'll go ahead and drop a save here. There's some dialogue that comes with this, depending on your decisions. Alright, here we go.
Anyone out there? Could you help? I seem to be, doomed.
Alrighty, let's talk to Tanis.
Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. I don't remember you from Faz's Club. You new to Anchorhead? Could you maybe help me get out of here?
What happened here? You're Tanis, right? Your wife says hello.
I'll bet she does. She's decided I finally worn out my welcome and she's fixed my droids to do her dirty work.
This should be interesting.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right.
You sit back and let your droids do the hunting?
No, now really isn't the time for a lecture. Of course, I might be more receptive after I'm rescued.
It just doesn't seem very sporting.
Some may talk about honor in the Hut, but they still sell their trophies.
What do you want me to
My wife put
do?
a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
I say leave him.
You're pretty heartless for such a pretty lady, you know?
I take it back. Let's congratulate his wife.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please?
Alright, I'll try and help out. Hold on.
Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
Alrighty. What is our repair skill? We have some points. So what we'll do is we'll use a swap.
Yes?
So the first thing I want to do is play back this message, because, like, how can we not play back the message? She tells us to ignore it, so we gotta play it. Slime Ball must die, subscript authorization, Marlena -1. And this is the interface for it. Group integrity threatened for systems failure. Playback special message from Marlena.
Having fun on the dunes, Tanis? I made sure you would. Here's the deal. Your precious droids have trapped you. They'll hold you until you die of thirst. Make a mistake while repairing them, they explode. Have a good death. My mother was right about you.
Alright, so status of the total battle droid group. This unit is one of 4 linked droids of a similar type. Energy Governor out of alignment. Introduced by Slimeball must die subscript. Weapon heat displacement error. Introduced by Slimeball and primary motivators offline. Target acquisition failure. Alrighty. Access the System status and repair functions. Oh, we've got a couple parts, so we could do that, or we could enter diagnostic mode to try the manual repair. Disruptive number progression corrupted. To recalibrate, determine the correct progression by describing the previous entry. Let's see here. Then, so that one's the number progression one. Which one's this one? It's going to have pretty much the same dialogue options, so it's going to give us a different problem. Power cell drain must not exceed total. Different motivators measure the same total energy pool as either 300 small pulses or 180 large pulses. Upper motivator has used 100 small pulses. How many large pulses left are in the remaining fraction? Alrighty. So with this one, it's just figuring out, okay, what is the 300 to 180 ratio? We've got, and then finding out the 100. I do have a calculator. It makes life a little bit easier. It's been a while since I've done serious math in my head. Not that this is that serious of math, but... And I'll be honest with you, I'm still tired from last night's stream. Afterwards, I stayed up a little bit later because I kind of hit a building groove or decorating groove. And, yeah, so I'm a little tired. So we're going to do the math here. Give me just one moment. Alrighty. So 120 large pulses. Systems returning to normal. Slime ball must die. Exit. So we've got one of them fixed. We want one of them to explode. Just because he probably deserves it. Alrighty, we're going to access the repair. Data missing from prime values. 2, 3, 5, 11, 13, 17, 19. Which is the value missing from the above list. The value of 7. Return to normal. We're just going to check what this one is. Also, by the way,
Having fun on the dunes,
same
Tannis?
message
I
every
made
time.
sure you would.
I wish they
Here's
gave
the
each
deal.
a different part
Your
of
precious
the message
droids
or
have
something a little bit
trapped you.
different.
They'll hold you until you die of
But
thirst.
it's the
Make a
same message
mistake
for
while
each
repairing
battle
them,
droid.
they explode. Have a...
Alright. Node 1 reports that Node 2 failed. Node 2 reports that Node 3 failed. Node 3 reports that Node 2 failed. 2 of the above are definitely false. Compare logic to identify the only memory node that is correct. Alrighty. Node 2 is reporting accurately. Alrighty. Sorry, I find these other three a little easier than this problem, and while I'm capable of doing this one, like I said, I kinda don't mind him getting a little hurt here. So what we're going to do, we're going to exit, and we're going to lead the party over here. And then we're going to turn on solo mode.
Anyone out there?
And that way, those two remain safe from the explosion, and we can just easily transfer T3 out, and yeah. Alright. Oh, it didn't damage T3. Alrighty. I
Yes?
swore it damaged it, but okay. And now we can also loot the droid.
That was unpleasant. Thanks for your help. I'd have been a goner. Hey, and the old bat thought I was dead. You never asked me for anything, but I consider my life worth something. Please, take this. I insist.
That'll be fine. Good luck. I think I should ask for more. You'll give me more or you will regret it. Okay, we're just going to be like, that's fine.
Thanks
Good luck.
again. I doubt any of those uptight hunters would have helped, and I doubt the wife is coming back. I'm heading back to the shop. I hope she left the manuals for these things behind. Ungrateful little...
It was probably better than he deserved. But like I said, we let him get hit once. And we didn't take any dark side for it. And it's kind of a little bit of justice for his wife. But not condoning his actions. Don't know what they were. Don't care. It's just a game. But I genuinely don't condone murder. Regardless of what's going on. Maybe it's a little bit idealistic, but I'll go for it. Night speed. So these are elite warriors. We're going to go ahead and put up our force armor. And then we'll attack. We're not paying attention to the Holy Warriors are no joke. Quite tough. But let's see. Usable items. Maybe we should have used an advanced med. Yeah. They are no joke with the sand. Alrighty. Now that we dealt with that,
Yes? What is it?
let's heal the party some.
What?
That. Fastest way to heal the party. Turn to Ebon Hawk and then fast travel right back. Alrighty. Now we're going to head towards the raid. So we're kind of working our way back towards the Sand People. But we're going this way now. And we're going to take care of a couple different encounters here. So, first things first, we want our night speed. We can go ahead and do force armor. And then there's a reason I wasn't doing that with mine, but okay.
What?
Now we want to do this. And we can kind of pick them off back to front. Probably should be using a Mandalorian melee shield, but I'm trying to save him a little bit for this next encounter. Because when we get to those smoking speeders ahead,
Yes?
are all of our scripts right? Okay.
Yes?
You
All
cannot
of them
win.
misses. Let's take this down to one-handed. So what we can do here, we can level up mid-combat, and this will allow us to replenish that force. Ooh. And for Juhani power, we're going to give her the whirlwind. I love the whirlwind. I don't like the wave as much as I like the whirlwind. Like, I wish the wave was like just
I will be your doom!
the whirlwind.
I will be
Oh,
your
it didn't do
doom!
much to force power. Bummer. Only did HP. Swear. Maybe that's the second one. Like, that's the development on these two games. There's very similar systems,
For the Republic!
but just slightly different in certain areas. Oof. That was close. Like, no joke. Things don't mess around in this game. And when you're also relying on that random die roll factor, so like if you go to dialogue, here, messages, show feedback, you can see the entire breakdown of how it would have played out with proper tabletop D20 system die rolls. Yeah, defense is 26. Hitting 20 was what I was getting. 12 was like plus 12 for each of my lightsabers was what it was before we went back to one-handed. So like, yeah, an 8. But yeah, we'll warp back. Heal up. And then we're going to be looking towards these speeders. So one thing I want to make sure I do, we've got a Mandalorian melee. Got nothing for Juhani. Alrighty. So yeah, plus 15 when we're doing this solo-handed, plus 12 when we're doing with our other lightsaber. Truth be told, we really should be using one of the short lightsabers for a better balancing, and we could fix that by going into the Ebon Hawk and whatnot. But I think we'll be alright for the moment. We'll fix it before we go into the next area of combat. So we're going to get close to here.
Anyone! Please help!
Norta, we got you good. Now, we did good ambush, and you better pay. Maybe 500 credits now. You die otherwise. Perhaps I could persuade you not to do this. What? Why would we stop? You look pretty weak right now. We got you good. Persuade, if you let me go, I'll tell others how smart you are. Fine, I'll pay. Just leave me alone. Who are you to threaten me? I could be dangerous. What? Gurke said they be easy picking. Shut up, stupid. They are just bluffing you. They got no hope at all. Persuade. I could be a powerful Jedi. Will you risk it? Success. Maybe this time we play on the safe side, yeah? Maybe this time. Gurke, are we leaving? Who's gonna pay for the ambush stuff? Shut up, stupid. Just go. So, we could have killed them if we had just refused to pay. They would have attacked, and we could have killed them, and yeah. But, as you can see, I'm already at half health. And there are other things around. We work our way back. Again. Sometimes if you move while you're disarming something, even though you've gotten the sound basically saying, oh, it's disarmed, you succeeded, it stops it from actually working. Will we lose this one? Okay. So from here, we need Sand People clothing. And then we want our party selection. No, we want Juhani in these. There we go. We want to take Bastila out and add HK back in because we need translation here in just a moment. And then do we have any gaffy sticks? No.
Yes?
Acknowledge.
Might as well. Like I said, we're alternating here.
Yes.
Go ahead and heal up.
Sure.
We need to adjust HK's scripts. Alrighty. So we're not going to interact with those. We're just going to kind of chill and go this way. As long as we don't interact with anything or get too close to anything, I think we should be fine. In fact, we'll go ahead and drop a save because if we mess this up, these turrets will kill us. Just kind of shoot between here. Don't want to get too close to them because the disguises don't hold up while up close. Our goal is just to get past the turrets. And into the Enclave. The Sand People warrior has obviously recognized you and astonished that you are here. Your disguise may have allowed you to pass the turrets outside, but it is ineffective at close range.
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something.
Quickly, tell him we are not a threat.
Translation. Result. I believe believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders.
Apologize for being here. Say we want peace.
Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief, as am I. But his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call.
I love HK. Though you can't seem to understand him, the Sand People chieftain's tone is obvious. He clearly despises all outsiders. Now, don't get me wrong, HK is a horrible, horrible, evil droid.
I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master.
But his dialogue is just hilarious. Because he is a evil droid being held on a short leash by a light side playthrough. But that does not stop him from being mouthy. Alright. Tell him we want a peaceful solution. Tell him to surrender or face death. Why are you able to speak with the Sand People when I can't? Let's see. Tell him we want a peaceful solution.
Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master?
Offer him 100 credits to stop the attacks. Ask him what it is that he wants. See if he's holding the Jawas ISIS was looking for. This has gone far enough. Attack him. So we're going to hold off on talking about the Jawas. And I promise we'll get them free. But we're going to focus on resolving the current circumstances here. Because if we try to do too much at once, bad things happen. Ask him what it is that he wants.
Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners.
Tell him we will get his vaporators. The attacks must stop altogether. Will he also tell us about any captive he has? Alright, we're going to tell him we're going to get him his vaporators. Because like I said, too much at once here, and it could kind of spoil negotiations. But by keeping it brief, getting him what he wants, it opens up the dialogue a whole lot more.
Translation. Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the evaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
Alright. So for simplicity's sake, turn to Ebonhawk. And let's get clothing back on. And I'll bet we gave Bastila our character's robe. Yep, we're gonna give her the Dark Jedi Knight robe. No, we're gonna go blue here. Juhani can have red. Alrighty. Now that we've done our little Sand People disguise thing, we are going to equip a short lightsaber. And we're going to go on back in here. I'm going to tweak the lightsabers a little bit here. And we're just going to reset all of our blue lightsabers. Alrighty. For this double-bladed lightsaber, we're going to change it to yellow. Or no, green. And then I wanted to give it that. And then that will be our kind of marker to get it equipped to Juhani. Now we can go back to ours. We want to make one of these lightsabers yellow. You know what? We'll make it red. That way, all of our inactive Jedi lightsabers are stacking with the ones that we pick up off of Sith. Alrighty. So short lightsaber, we'll make it blue. And now we've got ours equipped. Alrighty. +1 attack, +1 damage. Attack bonus of +3. Chance to stun. And bonus energy. So we're going to go with that. And then on our offhand, we're going to do the Rubat and the Bondar. And then for Basilisk, we're going to give her a Rubat crystal. And then if we go here, you can see now our to hit is a lot better now that we have a balanced weapon in our offhand. So we're going to take Basila and Juhani with us for now. And now we're going to fix Juhani's weapon. So what is her dexterity? Okay, her dexterity is 18. So she doesn't really benefit from either of these with what she's got. Makes it harder to know what's going on when we don't. Alright. Either way, we're good. We shall move. We need moisture vaporators. So the storyline is taking us towards really the first introduction of a crate dragon. We've already had it alluded to by Comad, the hunter in Fasa's Lodge, the Twilight Hunter, about how that is one of the most dangerous things to hunt here on Tatooine. And when they finally did a crate dragon in The Mandalorian, I was so excited. And the fact that they showed the crate dragon pearls in it. Well, Great Dragon Pearl is also a useful lightsaber upgrade material, so... You again. You want to buy something? If not, go bother the officers. What do you have available for purchase? Was there something specific you were looking for? You seem like you're looking for unique things. Do you have any moisture vaporators? I may, but that is not something I usually sell to spacers. You don't look like a moisture farmer. What do you want them for? To exchange with the Sand People to stop their attacks. Ah, exactly the kind of appeasement that Circle Corporation doesn't like to support in their policies. I like it. Well, I have 2 of the finest vaporators that Circle Corporation produces. Of course, they only produce 1 model right now. The price is 400 credits for the pair. I won't break them up. They function best when they're linked together. Could you be persuaded to lower the price? Well, I don't think that's very likely. I have to cover my costs, you know. Persuade Circa's costs, not yours. Who cares about their money? And you wonder how people get radicalized to be leftist when we grew up with stuff like this. Of course we're going to say who cares about corporate profits. Well, I don't have much love for the company. Not like a little Miss Protocol officer over there. I'll lower the price to 200 credits. But that's it. Don't even ask again. 200 for the moisture evaporator sounds fine to me. Fine, fine. I assume you'll be able to handle the deployment of them. They are surprisingly light. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Do come again. Already in high school, I was learning to go against the capitalist system in Star Wars. So if anybody tells you that Disney Star Wars went woke compared to the original Star Wars, just let them know that they did not understand the original Star Wars. It has always been progressive-minded, compassion-minded, empathy-minded governments that the light side users are pushed towards. Can we? Yeah, okay.
Oh, good hunt.
I couldn't remember if we could actually select the door or not to go out. Alrighty. So the raid are here. Again. I don't want to pick them off from behind. But right now they're wanting to group all together. And that is not ideal. It works best when we're able to grab one of them and kind of separate it from the group. Because if we can separate it from the group,
I will be your doom.
that's where we're able to kill one. No, we want this one. That's where it's from. And Okay. See, that's a problem. Is they always want to focus on so typically you want the party to kind of focus on one target. Take that one target down, get it out of the active attacking pool. Alrighty. Focus on one target. Med pack. He is just loving Juhani. That's because Juhani keeps using power attack. That's why. But yeah, sometimes they put a little too much focus on doing unnecessary things with the AI. That was the one problem I had with the original version. I think they did a good job of kind of re-optimizing combat
What?
AI for KotOR 2. They certainly gave you more options.
Yes?
As you can see, Basilisk Cure is more potent than our own. Oh, well. We're finally actually close to equal now. Okay. So we'll take the long way from here. We've got the Vaporator, so we're going back towards the Sand People. And they should welcome us in just fine, even with our weapons equipped. As long as we don't interact with anything in the environment in their area, they shouldn't attack us. Like, this is fine. Like, we're gonna interact with that corpse, even though I think we already looted this corpse. Yeah. Or we can get close to this rubbish pile if the Sand People come at us. It would be fine. It's not gonna stop us here. But the next zone Sand People are no joke. Like, you see the group that we had at the very beginning of this episode, we have to face off against like 3 or 4 of those. But now that we've got our lightsabers a little more optimized to a hit, we should do a little better. And that's what this game is. It's just gradually building enough resources to boost yourself enough that the random chances of the die roll aren't as significant, while still being absolutely susceptible to failure because the dice keeps rolling 1 and 2. even though you've done everything you can to mitigate. Like you see right now, plus 17. So in order to hit a 26, we need to roll a 9 or above. So in theory, we should be hitting at least 50% of the time. Maybe a little more, or technically just a hair more. But because it's probability, it's still a individual random chance each time. That 49% that we might be missing, well, yeah. Just because we hit once doesn't mean guarantee we'll hit the next one. Even if we hit 100 attacks, we could still end up missing 75% of them. And that's just bad luck. Alright, I got to remove Asla for HK. Now we...
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us.
Tell them we have the moisture converters.
Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do.
If you can read anything, the Sand People Chieftain's emotions, it seems he's surprised that you have returned.
Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators.
Tell him that we have his evaporators.
Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death.
I have a few questions for him.
Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask.
Ask about captives.
Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics.
Ask him if he knows about the Jawas ISIS told us about. Ask if he knows about Mission's brother Griff. We're gonna go with the Jawas.
Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish.
And ask about Mission's brother Griff.
Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this Griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them. Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we could do it, Master.
Let's go back to my other questions.
We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are...
Ask him about the star map. And I want information on Sand People culture. We're gonna do ask about the star map, and then I want information about Sand People culture.
Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it, but didn't scavenge it because a crate dragon took up residence in the excavation.
A crate dragon, what is that? How do I pass it? Go back to my other questions. I want information on Sand People
Protocol.
culture.
This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that that is much of a worry.
Tell me the history of your clan.
Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories.
Ask if we could meet the stories.
Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales.
How could I prove I am a worthy warrior?
Translation. Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a great dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing.
Alright. Tell him farewell for now.
Translation. Translation.
So, if we get the Crate Dragon Pearl and we bring it back here, they will allow us to learn the history of the Sand People.
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead. So, you're here to save me, right? I'm sure you'll get a huge reward. Yes, indeed. Mission always said some people would pay to find me.
But we lose out on a useful upgrade crystal. So, like, yeah. The interesting decision. Do you take the upgrade? Or do you learn the lore? So naturally for this channel, I will choose to learn the lore. Because I think it is some of the most fascinating dialogue that comes out of this Tatooine section. As far as world building and galaxy building lore goes. There's just so much there that they put into this game for that lore, and I love it. I love it. So yeah.
My name is Griff. You know her? Are you from Zerka Corporation? Please tell me what's going on here.
I know Mission. She's here on Tatooine with me.
I'm her brother. She's alive? I can't believe it. When I heard about Taurus, I thought the worst. Come on, take me to her. Get me out of here.
The Sand People said you can go. Run to Anchorhead.
What? No speeder escort? Okay. Okay, I should just take what I can get. I sure would like to see Mission, though. She's probably waiting for you on the ship you used to come to Tatooine, right? I think I'll go to the spaceport and see her. She'd like that. Thanks again. Oh, and don't tell Mission I'm coming. I want it to be a surprise when I show up at the spaceport. I can't wait to see the look on her face.
Guess who doesn't show up at the spaceport? Or at least say hi to Mission. So we're going to leave the corpses alone, because if we start interacting with the corpses, they're going to be like, ah, attack. You are not the ghostly giants that hold us trapped, the people of Sand. You are from the old city new. Isis must have sent your coming. Are you rescuer? You must be. The Sand People said you can go. Run to Anchorhead. There are things you must have. The Jawas under Isis will reward you in trade. Find him. Trade by walls, Sand People, he'll trade fair. Thank you. So we're actually going to head back there the old-fashioned way so we can fight those raids again and get that experience. But yeah, once we have a Great Dragon Pearl, I will bring it back here so that way we can learn about the Sand People. Alrighty. Swap out for our Jedi. And we'll just head straight on over this way. Okay, well maybe not straight. We don't want to blow ourselves up. We don't want to get too close to the Bantha either. So we'll work our way back to the Ices and see what he's got for trade. And then after that, we're going to get Mission in the party, and we're going to go to the Circuit Corporation offices. So that way, she can have her family reunion. Then we'll head into the deeper into the Dune Sea in order to hunt out the Great Dragon.
What is it? I'm here.
Yes?
Oh, that was a decent first attack. They stood still.
Sure.
We can do that. But yeah, they use the force powers like it, and it's kind of random which ones they choose and whether or not they're actually using useful powers.
The Force fights with me.
And that's the biggest problem, is they opt more for the powers that aren't as useful. Like, oh, I don't know. Each one of them taking a turn casting Valor. Even though somebody's already used Knight's Valor to boost everything. Stuff like that. This is why I kind of hate the AI scripts in this game. So like maybe if you kept up with combat, followed me, and did use all the same powers all at the same time in quick succession, using up all your force points, so that way when you could use the ones that are actually useful, beyond that one Jedi using Knight Valor, yeah. Like, I don't mind force speed or the armor boost. Like, by all means, cast those two. Force armor and night speed. Like, these are solo boosts. But as long as somebody else has already done a Valor, of the highest level that's available. Don't cast it again unless it expires. But nope, they all have to cast it. I didn't mean to cast that. But here's Isis. You of your kind Isis of Java would thank you for what was done. Mine has returned because of you. It was agreed, as Isis hoped it was. I have things to give you. Take and be welcome. That will be fine. Good luck. You are a good friend of the Jawas. We will remember when your kind are gone. Ask if you need any more of anything. So he gave us some stuff. But we also got the chieftains, Gafty, which if you look at it, poison, extra physical damage, +2 attack. It's a decent little, yeah. Alright. If I recall, he actually... You have saved the tribe of Isis. We Jawas are willing to tell you. Eastern Sea, we dig the people of sand, find it. So, if you did not come to a peaceful resolution with the sand people, they'd basically tell you how to get there instead. Hunter Twi'lek, he has seen many things. Look in the Eastern Sea when you go, and he may help. Alrighty. So let's actually go back to the Ebon Hawk. So that will technically heal the party.
Is it really you? I heard
Oh,
Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus, sis, just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis. You didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
That and, you look good, sis. Like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, you think you could spare me a few credits to get back on my feet? Do you?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time.
So is there any kind of reward for rescuing you? Don't be so sure. Now what, Griff?
You're kidding, right? Look at me. Do I look like I've got any reward for you? You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know?
So we're going to go ahead. We'll give him 50 credits. I can't remember for certain if it gives us a light side boost or not, but it'll give us some fun dialogue options for having done it.
That's it, huh? Figured you'd be able to spare a bit more than that. You know, I'll take whatever I can get. Don't worry about me. I've already got a job waiting for me. Krita, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Greta's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
So So now that we've had that interaction, we can go back to the shop, and he's going to have a little bit of a business proposition for us, which will involve the next planet that we go to. So, in fact, because we keep having duplication issues, what we're going to do is we're going to take Juhani off of her Jedi droid script and put her back to default attack. And that way she'll at least be more offensive, and I can take control of her and maybe use her night speed to boost her and her armor stuff to boost her on occasion. But, like, for the most part, she'll be offensive.
Yes?
Rather than constantly casting. The same thing Bastil is casting. Or uncasting. For force powers. I love how I keep saying casting like it's magic. Because in some respects it is. So he'll probably hit us up for credits, but we want to recover some of the credits we just lost. Bread and butter, it's a raid plate. Go all the way down to our raid plates. Oh, too far. Alright. So that's the other thing that we can do with the Great Dragon Pearl, is sell it at Fox's Lodge for a large amount of money. So now that we have done all the translating, with the HK, it is time to head out into the Dune Sea in search of our Great Dragon.
Good hunt.
But this time we're heading towards that entrance right over there in front of us. How close are we? We need 2,700 experience, basically. These are worth 550. So in theory, if we took out these 4 raids, warped back, and took out one more group, that should be enough experience to level us up. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. So right now we're going to...
What is it?
Shield, night speed.
What can I do?
What?
Force armor, night speed. Night valor. Yeah, okay. So in theory, go ahead and loot the remains, get our raid plates. Force on again. Light speed again.
Yes? What can I do?
Valor.
Sure.
Ooh, that sneak attack damage on those force jumps really comes in handy. And now that we're using balanced weapons, we're hitting more consistently. Alright, let's try and see if we can get one more group of raid. Let's spawn in. Because if... you know what? No, I'm not worried about another group of raids spawning in. Because that way we are due to level up while we're fighting these sand people up here. And I think that'll help us more than anything. Because if we can replenish our HP during that fight, mwah. To the Eastern Dune Sea. I love that they throw in the dewbacks. Which you mainly see the stormtroopers riding them in episode 4. I've got a Lego one that came with the Cantina set. Alrighty. So, up ahead you can see that crate dragon. And you can see our fellow hunter, Kovac.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
I thought I would see you out here, human. We are hunters, you and I. Perhaps we should pool our skills. I have tracked a very special beast to its lair. A great dragon rests within, and tonight he is the hunted, although by unorthodox means. I thought you preferred the solo hunt. That is true, but this is a very critical fight. Bull dragons are rare to see. It is larger than the one my father felled a decade ago, and he is too far out of his territory and must be dealt with. I might not prevail alone, human, but I must try. Why should we kill this great beast? The natural cycle on Tatooine spans hundreds of years, but there are complications that must be addressed. Complications from our presence. Great dragons feed on banthas. In the numbers of either species fall, the others grow more desperate. Now settlers use banthas, so there are less dragons to eat. Or less for the dragons to eat. This is one moving closer to Anchorhead. Perhaps it will be more of a threat. He is more the threat tonight. I'll help. Give me information about how. Why do you want me and not another hunter? You are here, they are not. I also didn't know the size of my quarry until I was tracking him, and perhaps there are other reasons. I tried to get the help of one other, but you saw him die in the lair. He lacked experience and patience. I usually hunt for the skill of it, but we must make an exception today. I want newcomers to understand the proper intent behind the hunt, no matter the methods we use. I'll help. Give me some information about how. We must bait the great beast out of hiding and ambush him swiftly. There is no room to engage him in the lair, and his hide will repel blaster fire. I have placed mines around the mouth of the cave. We must coax him out, but this is the end of his season of hibernation. It will take much to rouse him. The food of a beast this size is almost exclusively banthas and foolish hunters if we're not careful. To lure him out, we must lure his food to tempt him. How will we lead the banthas here? They have their food of choice. We must find some bantha fodder to lead the banthas here. I have a few ideas about where this may be found. Same people keep bantha herds, so some of them may have fodder on hand or in their settlement. A vendor in Anchorhead also had some. He had a kiosk in the spaceport. If you find the fodder and bait the banthas here, the mines will deal with the dragon as it emerges to feed. Not exactly a glorious hunt, but it will ensure the safety of the region. That seems very easy. What aren't you telling me? If it were that as simple as that, you would have done it yourself. There is one added threat. The Sand People regard banthas as sacred. Attempting to feed the herd in this area will likely lead to an attack. We are far from the weakened tribes around Anchorhead. The Sand People of this region are strong, fierce, and will think nothing of killing you. Be careful. Look, I have your fodder. Good. Now there is a herd that moves out in the desert. Lead them here. Approach them with the fodder and lead them here. I'll see what I can do. I wish you luck against the Sand People. When you return, the dragon will fall. I wish it could be under more sporting circumstances, but we must do what the circumstances call for. I'd hoped for a mirror of my father's expedition, but that will have to wait. Alright. Sorry, I didn't mean to enter into conversation with him twice there. Pardon me. A sneeze. Just like the Sith, it always seems to come in twos. So we're going to go interact with this bantha here. The herd's going to follow in line. And here come the Sand People. Ugh. Elite warrior, elite warrior. Let's go with that one. So Bastila is having some trouble right now. We want to go ahead and use an antidote kit on her. And then... I love how she's just standing out in the middle of nowhere, frozen to the ground, unable to be helpful. There she comes. Oh no, Johanny.
You cannot win.
close. He's gonna go down. So if we take a moment here and don't approach the Bantha, we'll let our force powers replenish just a little bit. Juhani can have a med pack. We'll do another med pack.
I'm here.
Med pack.
What?
Alright. Oh, don't use force powers, Bastila. See, that's what I mean. Like, here we are, just trying to conserve it. We don't need it. We're not in combat. Using force valor. Completely unnecessary. Do it just a moment longer. So it looked like our force power suddenly got depleted there. That was from the force valor, or night valor, falling off, losing our boost to our wisdom, which was giving us extra force points. That's why, despite the fact that it is going up, it seemed to dip there right when we lost that boost. Where it was a temporary modifier falling away. I could have sworn we had to fight more than that. Alright then. Quickly be ready, the Banthas are in position and will soon stir our restless prey. I hope the mines do their job quickly. Don't worry, I'm ready. Wait, what is that? Rumbling sound. Oh boy, he's a big one. It is done, and the great beast is dead. To my shame, I denied him a final fight, but I will honor his memory to make amends. I thank you for your aid, human. You have earned a share of the victory, such as it is. Thanks. We did what had to be done. Regrettably so. I just hope you remember there were higher reasons for this. Don't let the spoils be your only reason to hunt. Wealth fades. The sands remain. I thank you for your help here today, human. I shall see you again, I am sure. So if we had demanded more and killed him, he would have given us a second Great Dragon Pearl. I am not a fan of that. But we are going to bash these remains. Get them out of our way. And then we begin our approach. Chewed human corpse. Jedi Master robes. That's what we need. And then we can make Jedi Knight robes.
What?
There's our first purple crystal. Coming soon to a lightsaber in my hand. Chew Twi'lek corpse. So then we got the star map. But over here, a tattered equipment pack. Holocron.
How can I help?
Do you want to talk?
About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing.
Are you going to give the holocron to her? Why didn't you ask her about her sickness? She certainly seemed to upset you.
Do you think I should?
You might want to consider it. Do you need it more than she does? Probably not. She doesn't deserve it.
That would just lead to another argument. How I always despised talking to her. I'll think about it. I should try and remember my training. I should be able to let go of this, but I can't. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Alright. So let us get our star map. So you can already see on the outskirts of the cave, a couple speeders have pulled up.
The star map. Even after all the thousands of years it has been here, it still has tremendous power. Can you not feel it?
The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The great dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, and enslaved by it. Come, we should leave this place. There's nothing else for us here.
Alright, so there's our Crate Dragon Pearl. And like I said, this is a lightsaber boosting item. So I plan on saving, dropping a hard save down before we do that lore dump. And that way we can recover our lightsaber crystal and still make use of it, because it's a decently powered crystal, as you'll come to see here in a moment. Alrighty, we gotta deal with this group of bounty hunters. So as we deal with this group of bounty hunters, then we'll almost be done. We'll have the lore dump and conversation with Griff, and then we have one other thing that we can do here on Tatooine.
You've led me on quite a chase.
And that's
but
with
nobody
Swoop
gets
Life.
away from Calo Nord in the end. You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time.
Hold on, Calo. Maybe we can make out a deal here. You think I got lucky last time? Okay, let's do this again. You traveled a long way just to die, Calo.
Sorry, I'm not in this for the credits. You're the only ones who've ever gotten away from me. I've got a rep to protect. Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
So, they started way far back.
Yes? What can I do?
What?
Which is just a silly move to make. So with this one, we're going to pick off some of these outliers. Then we're gonna renew our force. And then Kalinord's battle armor. So from here, we are going to go ahead and level up. And we're going to learn to heal. Yeah, we're good. We're good still. And return to the Ebon Hawk is not available at this time. I think that was everything. Alright. We can go ahead and heal. Get Juhani closer to where we need her. And off we go. Back across the Dune Sea. So I think I'm going to hold off on doing the swoop bike items. We can come back and do those a little bit later. Because I think I'm going to do an entire episode devoted to swoop bikes when we have access to all of the swoop tracks. So we'll do all of them all at once. And that'll help us. Killed you. Bonnie again.
I'm here.
Yes. Sure.
I like corpse. Feel like if we interact. Thermal detonator. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop a hard save here. Because we opted not to do the dark side thing of killing Komad for the second Dragon Pearl. Now that the hard save is done, bring in HK. But without HK, we have no hope of understanding what the Sand People say. So he seems grateful to us, at least less inclined to smash your head open like a pocky grub seed.
Query, what do you wish to ask of him, Master?
Tell him I want information on Sand People culture.
This will be a...
Why are they so hostile to outsiders?
Translation. He says that the fact that you have to ask, this is just one more example of your ignorance as an outsider, Master. He says you are blind. Translation. His people believe they are part of the land, living with it. You and your kind dare to raise yourself above it. You remove yourself. Translation. That act of removal makes you an outsider, separate from all that is important. You could never understand how unwelcome you are.
What do you mean, raise myself above the land?
Translation. He says that outsiders use machines to convey them and to make their lives easier. This severs a connection with the land. Translation. Connection to the soil must be made through flesh. sacred animal is the only external tool to be used.
So we're not going to press that.
Translation. You have been told that to be considered worthy of hearing the histories, you need to bring him a dragon pearl from a great dragon. Translation. He says the discussion is closed until you fulfill this condition. He thinks you are just making fun of his traditions.
Here is a dragon pearl.
Translation. Translation. He is stupefied, Master. He never thought you could return with such an item. Such a thing has not been done in many years. Translation. He will allow you to meet the storyteller, but also gives a warning. If you dare to repeat the histories incorrectly, you will be killed. Translation. The storyteller will be summoned to one of the rooms here in the Enclave. He seems to think this is a great honor for you, Master.
Tell him farewell for now.
Translation.
The storyteller. Compared to the warriors that you've encountered, the Sand People storyteller is relatively calm in his movements and speech, but he regards you coldly.
Translation. He identifies himself as the storyteller, Master. He has been told of your warrior skills and will speak the history to you.
I am honored. Ask him what he records.
Translation. Translation. There is only one accepted history, passed orally to each successive generation. Translation. A book or datapad can be taken away, cheapening the value of what it contains. To commit it to paper or storage is to remove it from the people.
Oral histories are often inaccurate. What topics can I choose from?
Translation. Translation. You may choose to hear the history, or you may choose not to. Their history is a single entity that cannot be partitioned. Translation. The only exception is in continuing the tales once they have begun. If you leave, when you return, he will continue from where he left off.
Begin the history.
Translation. Translation. It begins with the ancient times. They were not sand people, for there was no sand. The land was green with life, and they walked without wrappings. Translation. Though the land was beautiful, they lived apart from the land. They built their walls high and saw beyond the horizon. They dared to reach the stars. Translation. There are no words for how long ago this was. It was before the outsiders, before the abduction, before the cities fell, before the builders.
The builders.
Translation. Translation. His arrogant people touched the stars, and this sin drew the attention of the builders. The builders did not touch the stars, they lashed them to millstones. Translation. Great demons of metal stripped the world of its riches, until all that was left was the green of the ground. The great cities were lifted away. Translation. Those that had used the wealth were taken along with it. Transgressors abducted to serve past the sky, seeding the stars with penitent, adaptable slaves. Translation. Translation. There came a time when the builders were also judged for their crimes. After generations, a plague weakened them, and the time of the Great War began. Translation. The builders faltered. and his people realized why they had been punished, so that they understood the crime and would now strike down the greater offender. Translation: they worked chaos in the machines, so they destroyed themselves. The builders fought back, laying waste to the green that had been misused with fire from above. Translation: soil became glass, grinding to sand, but the fight was long planned, and his people were safe. Deep in cave homes carved from valley wall, they were free. Translation. Editing, if I may, Master. This section of his tale details several millennia of the Long Walk, their nomadic wanderings as they accept their identity in a desert world. Rather than strain my circuits on his dialect, might we just assume there was much fighting over who has the biggest bantha and move on to more recent things?
No, I want to hear it all.
Resignation. Very well, Master. Translation: the tribes spread far, distant from each other, but all as sand people, and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not be misused. Translation: then machines fell from the stars again, outsiders like you that brazenly walked apart from the land. And greater still was the insult to come. Translation: these outsiders reminded them of their past transgression, of the time when they too walked apart from land. The outsiders, your kind, looked like their ancient abducted. Translation: so it is to the current sons that the Sand People hate all outsiders and give them no footing. You come again, time after time, adaptable slaves to the machine. Editing. The last 1,000 years are full of conflicts with different groups of attempted planetary settlers, all of whom are poorly described, long dead, and likely untraceable. I believe I have truncated it down to the usable bits in what was already said. I hope it is enough, Master. Cautionary. I should warn you, Master, that any questioning of their interpretation, clarification, they may consider this to be speaking. Clarification. It would appear that they once had a thriving, technologically advanced society, but were wiped out by a...
Ask him if these builders resemble any modern species.
Translation. He only understands the builders as an iconic force meant to test the resolve of his people. He is not making sense, Master. Clarification. They claim their stories are repeated unchanged, but they have demonized these builders. In their minds, they wreaked such havoc they could not possibly be flesh and blood.
Alrighty. Since we are going to reset anyway, let's try this.
Cautionary. Master. Caution. Clarification. I believe they were occupied by this technologically superior species for a substantial period, stripping an entire planet of usable resources. Translation. Translation. He has no number. He claims that... Doubtful. Master, this is just another distortion due to their demonization of the builders. It's like claiming an aspect of his people were taken, not actual individuals. Clearly, history has colored his view. Of course, only the inferior meatbags were taken. The remaining were his ancestors, after all, and must have been special.
So, one of the things that they comment here is that the outsiders look like their people, ancient people that were taken captive. So if you assume that sand people underneath their clothing are normal humans, that makes sense. And the world was green and lush all before
Translation.
Yeah. The builders came. And then the builders came. And over several generations, they stripped the planet of its resources, captured the people, the humans, and enslaved them, and took them out among the stars to put them on other worlds in order to do their bidding of the builders. In a galaxy far, far away, long, long time ago. So, based off of that theory, humans are descendants of the sand people of Tatooine, maybe? Again, historical tellings are inaccurate, but he does identify that the outsiders look like they do. And since they're always covered head to toe, we can only assume that that means he is saying that they are human underneath their robes. The builders came, and they harnessed the power of the stars to giant millstones. A millstone is used for grinding grain as part of a production process, using the stars to produce something. A millstone produces grain into flour, or a factory produces energy, takes energy from the stars and produces something. The builders, also responsible and the wording used by the droid on the ruins in Dantooine. So we could assume that it is the same builders. Add in the fact that Dantooine already said basically, hey, this planet is on the list of planets the builders conquered. So we're gonna finish this one off while it's stunned. And then we'll get to this one. See, when they're not ganging up on you, and the right force abilities are being used.
What is it?
Honey. KotOR.
I'm
Speed.
here.
Yes?
Speed, because it lasts longer. Full armor.
Yes. Yes.
A valor. their level up. And then let's try.
What can I do?
Of course, that sneak attack damage on spot enemies helps us out. So, despite the fact that we don't have Mission with us, we can go talk to Griff, and Griff would be like, hey, Mission isn't with you. Okay, how about this business deal? Alrighty, Juhani. Let's go with improving Juhani's constitution. And then we'll increase awareness, master force jump, and we want to master 2-weapon fighting, and then we'll go ahead and give force armor. For Bastila, we are going to go on ahead with constitution as well. And awareness. And then we are going to go with what weapon focus lightsaber. Give her heal. Don't think, yeah, we're going to give her heal. Alrighty. So yeah, we don't have to have Mission for this next conversation. In fact, Mission is quite unhappy to see her brother if we do. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to have this conversation with Griff, and then we're going to wrap it up after that. And then that means our next episode, we will be leaving the sands of Tatooine to head to the forest planet of Kashyyyk. So let's go up to our Circa Corporation headquarters here and have a little word with Griff. Ooh. And we'll also take care of... You know what? We'll do that real fast. No. It is 4:41. You know what? We're going to stop here. Next episode, we'll talk to Griff and Bastila's mother, because that's the other one that we need to do, and that's right here at the cantina. So we'll save here. And next episode, we'll start with talking to Bastila's mom. Then we'll hit up Griff. And then we'll head back to the Ebon Hawk, where we can use our Crate Dragon Pearl as an upgrade item for our lightsabers. So, and then we'll head to Kashyyyk. So thank you for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful time today, and I hope to see you on the next episode. That'll be next Friday. And then we'll have tonight's stream at 10:15. We'll be playing more Pokemon Pokopia. As we head back from our main island, we'll give a quick tour of the plant life that I added to help decorate our area. I did not go ahead and dye everything, but and then from there, we will start building our campground and a couple of other ideas for some stalls that I have for our Pallet Town before we completely go away from Pallet Town and start on Withered Wastelands. So we're nearing the end of Pallet Town, so I hope to see you again at 10:15 tonight for more Pokemon Pokopia. And then I'll see you next Friday for more of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Thank you for joining me.